Harry and Meghan are set to be big news in 2022. But today we're going to tell you exactly how closer you could get to the ex-royal couple. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Thank you for joining me today. And as ever, that is one of your big breaking stories coming out of London. Also, can I just say, as ever, a warm welcome and thank you to all brand new subscribers to the channel. Hope you're enjoying it, hope you're enjoying the content, and welcome to our community. Oh yes, love saying that too. It's lovely to have your company as ever. And do let me know what you think to the stories in the comments. That's what keeps this channel alive. It's people with their debatable skills. Some of them are rather naughty. But it's lovely actually to share things because, as I say, lots of you remember the opening titles to Bewitched. You see, it does stick in your mind. I'm going to chuck another one out there as well just today to see if you remember that. Do you remember the opening titles? I often remember this with such great affection. It used to be on at 5:15 p.m. after getting back from school. Top Cat, do you remember? And Officer Dibble, oh, wonderful. Do you remember Top Cat? I thought he was genius. In fact, some might say I'm Top Cat now. We'll just leave it there, shall we, and get back to your breaking royal story. Now, this particular story all truly centres on the fact that Harry and Meghan are gearing up, allegedly, for a busy 2022. And one of the ideas that they're looking at, of course, is making sure they make their mark in the world of media. After all, this is how they make their money now, as we often tell you here on the show. But what is interesting, of course, is how they do make their money and how they make their mark. Now, what I find interesting for them, if you recall a few months back now, they decided to quit social media. They said it was a harmful place, of course, full of toxicity. And it's interesting, isn't it? Because while they may try and escape social media, everything they do, of course, is fed into social media. That is the platform now that most people take their media from. Hence the reason you're watching me today. This is social media. But for Harry and Meghan, they decided to step back from that, even though they had a considerable following on things like Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that when they were part of the British monarchy. But now moving forward, they've decided and are toying with the idea of moving back to social media, but with a bang. But how? Well, according to good sources, Harry and Meghan have decided that they wish to return to social media naturally under their own terms. But one of the issues that they truly need to readdress is all of that negative and bad PR. So, according to a very good source, and as ever, allegedly, one of their team thinks it may be a good idea to do this. And it's rather terrifying, let me tell you, but it's also a very brave move. One of the things Harry and Meghan like the idea of doing is really counteracting back and, of course, sitting down for a live Q&A. That's right, a live Q&A. Of course, there would be a delay. And let me explain how this works. A live Q&A would simply be Harry and Meghan live on your screen, and you would be able to send in questions like you do with most live Q&As. Of course, they would be selected and then the ex-royal couple could answer them. They see this as a great way of silencing some of the critics, counteracting some of their many negative stories, and of course reconnecting with the public, showing them in their true home light, if you like, and of course getting people up to date with what they've been doing, and of course why they remain quite a, shall we say, Greta Garbo style couple. I think this is actually a really good idea. It's something that Prince Harry looks set to undertake first, as of course he releases the book, The Man He Has Become, for Penguin Random House. Now, how successful this will be remains to be seen, simply because something like this, of course, you can get all kinds of negativity that you can't necessarily stop. You can put blockers on, but of course you can't stop all the people sending in the questions. But I think for Prince Harry, particularly trying to sell a book moving forward, this could be a very shrewd move. And I think for the ex-royal couple, this would work perfectly because, as they like to do, they want to control their own narrative. But what is interesting is, of course, like so many things, I do hope that they've thought this particular genre through. It's not as easy as people think, and of course a lot of celebrities prefer to pre-record these types of stuff so that they're not subjected to a lot of negative press, shall we say. For Harry and Meghan, of course, this could be the way to reconnect with the people that once so big time truly enjoyed being royal watchers, particularly following the escapades of the once ex-royal couple. As soon as I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.